Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to be checking out this composite mold I got from LureCraft. First mold I've ever bought. I've always just made my own, but it was cheap. I gotta say, it's 3 inches. It said it was 3 inches. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger. So they are on the small side, little paddle tail like grubs, but let's melt up some plastisol, check this guy out, see how it does. All right, guys. I got a pearlescent white mixed up here. Let's see. Leave this one. Let's give it a go, shall we? Whoop. Well, got a little heavy-handed on that one. These things might turn out to be a pretty decent little lure. If I can go ahead and finish. Well, I'm just not cut out to pour that cavity right there, I guess. Thought I saw a second chance happening and decided to take it, and it didn't work out. And I'm wondering what kind of finish I get out of these. I think it was 15 bucks for the mold. Something like that. I had to order some more plastisol. That last batch that I got, if you remember, was the 570. And it did not, or it was not what I needed. It was a little too stiff. Didn't have any actions in the lures. So I got a bunch of that left over. But what I actually did with this is I did about 3/4 of the 500 and then put about 1/4 of the 570 in there just so I can use it up. Make my plastisol stretch a little further, hopefully, and still get a good action. All right. We'll pour this back in and go sit it in the microwave. We'll pour us another group of lures here in a minute. Let these cool down. See how they look. See what kind of finish we got on them. See how they demold. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, I got the white heated back up. Got a little light pink going. Added some pink to some, but let's take these out of the mold here and get these out. Ooh, they're tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I don't know if I'll be using these for speckle trouting. They do look like they'd be wicked for drop shotting, though. They do look like they would work well for that. So let's get these poured here. Get that poured down in there. Get a little bit of pink on here. Just a little bit. Give it a tiny bit of contrast. Let's see if I can pour this cavity this time without going all over the place. Getting too much of a hurry sometimes. Got some tight places to fit this stuff in. That's not exactly the trickiest thing. But this one right here, these little metal pans or pouring pots that I use, you can see it flicking out right now. They, I don't know. They don't seem quite as accurate as these little bitty glass jars do for pouring stuff. But the glass jars do get hot, especially if you've got a decent amount of plastisol in them, it doesn't take too long for them to heat up to the point where you can hold them. And I'd made a big enough batch of that white, that pearl white, that's exactly what was going on. So, you don't want to over pour, for sure. I don't want to under pour either. And my white's kind of cooling off on me. That's another downside to these things. They just, this aluminum dispenses the heat a lot faster than the glass jars do. And so I'm going to see if I can just get that last one filled up with just the white, because I can tell it is not hot enough to make the pour for a second color. Not gonna happen. But it will work for that solid color. All right, we're done with that. Let's set all this stuff out to the side here and look at our little creations. Little 3-inch paddle tail grub. It kind of got the body offset to the tail right there. Yeah, pretty small, guys. So definitely a finesse type lure. Like I said, I think it'd be good on a drop shot rig. I don't know how useful I will find this though, but you know, you never know. I may actually be able to use it for something. So we'll let these cool off, take them out, and check out how that color turned out in just a bit. All right, I decided to do one more group of colors. We'll get a little lemon head color going here, and I'll show you those pink ones that came out. And man, this thing is piping hot. So I don't know. I hate to pour it in here, or at least all of it, but I am going to pour some of it in here, and I'll leave that there. Hopefully I can handle the white one. Come on, hands. Be tough. I think I can handle the heat. There we go. Yeah, that is not going to work good. Not going to work good at all. Which I knew it was going to cool off, especially with the little bit that I poured. But I think we might be able to make it work. That one might be a mess up though, guys. That one might be a mess up. Whew. That ain't happening. Let's see if this is. I think glass just holds the heat so much better. It's still pretty hot on my hands right now. But, you know, I got a little project in mind that I want to take on here pretty soon. I actually got the stuff to do it. I want to make a sand heater for these pots. And that way I can transfer my plastisol into them, and then they stay hot, and I'm not over here with burning thumbs and all my other fingers that are grabbing this thing. that. You may see that on an upcoming video. I got a lot of things going on though, especially with the airbrushing the lures now that I'm doing. I'm having a ball doing that. It's fun, but definitely something I need to do. And also I need to go fishing. So that's definitely got to be a priority, right? Making all these lures, I need to use them. Let's let this dry, then we'll demold them and take a look at everything that we got. Now these have cooled off enough. Go ahead and take this mess up one out first, which is really, I mean, it would catch a fish. I say mess up, I just didn't pour it all the way in, but really can't tell that much. So, yeah, lemon head color is just a good color. It's a pretty cool little mold. First impressions, I like it. They weren't very clear on the actual size of the lure though, so you know that's one thing to consider. It just said 3-inch mold, so I was thinking it was going to be a little thicker than this, but I'll trim these up later. Y'all don't want to see that, but here's the pink and white ones. Nice subtle. I didn't go with the fluorescent pink. And then I already put the first batch we did in a little baggie. So I may buy another one of these molds in a different style. I like it. Like I said, I think it's 15 bucks. It's not a bad price. Yeah, I'd give them a second chance. Seems like a pretty nice mold. Anyway, guys, I think we've come to the end of our video. We got 3 pours out of it, tested it out good, and we are done here. So I'm going to trim these out, bag them, put a little worm oil on them, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.